Okay, so I am removing the seal. I have removed the seal of Yamaha szrr version 2, and it is not as simple as the changing the fork seal and oil in scooters like Suzuki Access 2015. So top nut I showed you in the previous video. When it is clamped to the bike itself, you have to remove it. If it is stuck, use this kind of teeth, the pliers which has teeth, not the smooth edge. Okay. For removing this hex nut from here, first there will be two stages. First is loosening it when mounted in the bike itself, and after that this kind of tool has to be used. This is like a spear kind of tool I made for some other purpose, and this has got a square cross section, if you see, four-sided. Okay, but here this piston has got a hexagonal cross section. If you have something with a hexagonal cross section, that will be better, and it has to be tapered like this, tapering like this, then only it will fit. Okay, so first stage is loosening. See, this will go inside this damper will go inside this, and then this nut is fixed from here, and then this whole thing goes inside this, and that actually the nut is fixed later on. Okay. So this thing goes into this, then this whole thing goes into this, and the nut is fixed here. So first level is loosening in the bike itself, so that it will be free to a level. But when you loosen it in the first stage and you still haven't used this tool, what will happen is, if you rotate this, then this piston will keep on rotating. Okay, first stage will require a lot of torque, and after that it will keep on rotating like this. So you have to use this kind of tool, and this will be stuck in this. Then this whole thing you have to, I'm just lifting this up, and actually this will have this inside, and this whole thing will be sitting this, like inside this. Okay. You have to keep it vertically, this whole assembly, and insert this tool from down. Okay, and this tool will should have a L handle. Okay, so preferably hexagonal pointed edge, and a T handle like that. So I didn't have T, so I just put a this kind of clamping pliers. Okay, so that if this rotates, I can hold on to that. Okay, so this whole thing is held like this vertically, and then sorry, so not like this, it will be like this. It will be like this. From this side the hex nut will be visible, or you can say it will be held like this vertically. First stage is already loosened in the bike, so after that you have to insert this properly, and then loosen with a proper this kind of Allen key, and you need a lever also for this. I used this kind of 17 mm long deep socket, you can say, long or deep socket. If it is thinner than this, it will be even better, something like 12 or 14 mm, that will be better. or if you have half-inch pipe, half-inch square pipe, it will be better. This is like 1 inch, 1 inch or 3x4 inch, but this was slipping. Okay, so that way this end you need to put here. This will not be sufficient for, okay, and for giving leverage this needs to be held with a preferably 1 feet and half-inch square pipe or round pipe also. And then with one turn itself this thing gets separated, this hex nut. That means it will come off loose. If this tool insertion is done properly, this thing will come loose, and while this is rotating this will not get rotated. So if you are like putting the tool and it is keep on trying and rotating it, then there is something wrong. Very quickly after putting this tool with very less turns only, this should come free. That means you have to insert this tool properly in this to hold this. Not very easy, and should not try without having proper tools, otherwise you will damage the nut and piston, those kind of things. The damper and this kind of top nut can get damaged if you don't have proper tools. So this I could remove only after I used this kind of monkey pliers. Okay, then removing the seal. After that the seal has to be removed from here. I think first apply some grease, and then this kind of open-ended spanner you can put, and then like this you put, and then keep cloth on this side. Okay, so cloth has to be kept here, the spanner will go here, and then you hit with a hammer on this side like that. Apply equally, rotate it, and repeat the steps around this seal. Equally you do on all sides, and then it will take some 15-20 minutes if you do slowly without damaging this seat and all, for it to come off. Then there will be a bush below the oil seal. It will have a round and this flattened part. This flattened part has to be on the top. That means the seal will be sitting above this. This flat part will be like this, and seal will be sitting, and that means it will be like this, flat part here. Spring will be there, then this spacer will be there, bush will be there, or washer will be there. This has no direction. This spacer also does not have a direction. So first this comes, then this washer, then this, then above that this nut will come. So it has to be done very carefully. And while inserting the new washer, either you can use the old oil seal, this one. Here one deep groove part will be there, the lesser groove part will be there with some marking and all and lettering. So the one with less groove, that is this one, has to be put on top. The one with deep groove will go down. Okay, and I think this kind of hex socket of size 34 size 34 is exactly fitting. See, exactly fitting to push this one down when you're installing this washer, this oil seal. Okay, and if you do any mistake, you have to replace this oil seal. So be careful, put the washer and all before trying to put it in. Okay, or you can use the old oil seal itself. Then apply some grease also, small amount, while fixing it. I'll update you if any other things are there. See, for one fork around 175 ml came off. This has never been opened, so from the company 175 ml of oil came off, and the oil condition was bad, even though vehicle has not been used much, only 9,300 kilometers, but it has been not changed for 7 years. So it is necessary to change every 2 years or 15,000 kilometers, and they are not providing. See, for tightening this lower bolt, there I used for loosening it, I used this Allen key, but you can see there is play in this. So while tightening, this slipped, and I was scared whether I will be able to remove it out. I was afraid. So you have to use the correct size bit. Like here, there is no play. Okay, this bit there is no play once I put it here. So it has to be very careful, otherwise you will have to extract this bolt out next time you want to change it. So that kind of thing, you have to be careful. See, this is correctly fitting without any play. No play is there, so the size is correct. Whereas this Allen key, I used it for removing, but that was a mistake. And the next bigger size of this is not fitting only. So this I had from a socket set instead of this Allen key set. Got it from socket set. See, a lot of play is there in this. This should not be used. You have to use this, the closest one, which will not give any play. Because this lower bolt has to be tightened very well, otherwise oil will leak.